Good morning, everybody from Hotelier Academy. How are you? Today is Wednesday, a great day in the middle of the week. We are very glad that we are running this event with the live webinars. As far as now, we have completed 3 international webinars with great content and ideas for hoteliers. And at the same time, we are running a special Greek edition for our Greek friends, as we are based in Greece, with more than 15 webinars already completed. And we are really happy because there are thousands of hoteliers that follow Hotelier Academy and attend our webinars. I'm now at the Hotel Moon and Stars. That is a small boutique hotel downtown in Athens. And I'm really happy that I have this wonderful setting around me. So today we have a special guest from the company SweetPad. It's one of my favorite brands in the hotel technology field. I met them in Berlin 3 years ago. They had a great solution about in-hotel communication, you know, these tablets that you can interact with the travelers, and the tablets make the life of the travelers easier. And I was impressed with their solution, with their depth in the hotel, in their hotel knowledge. So we decided to invite them to explain to us their ideas about in-hotel communication. So I have to welcome now Miltos from SweetPad, that he will present us great ideas for in-hotel communication. Miltos, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Nikos, first of all, for hosting the webinar. I'm very excited, to be honest, participating in this digital communication webinar. I admit I really like it because I see a lot of popularity in the topic lately. And I also see that there are a lot of participants, which actually proves the importance of the topic. Again, thank you, Nikos. I think that the Hotelier Academy is doing a great job promoting and helping all the businesses and actually showing to the hoteliers around the globe how they can work with all the tools and help. Thank you again for giving us SweetPad the podium to speak and promote our services. So, yeah. Please.
No. You can
okay.
go on.
Sorry. Please jump in, and anything you want to ask me, jump in, and feel free to let's do it more interactive. So welcome everybody to this webinar where we will share some tips on how to master digital communication in the hotel. And we will also focus also to the digital communication part of the in-room communication you can do. Before we start, a little information about myself. My name is Miltos Karandzimas. I'm the regional sales manager of SweetPad. I'm responsible for promoting all the services of SweetPad, which is a leading company in digital communication, and especially in in-room tablets for hotels. We work worldwide. We have lots of customers around the globe, from large resort, 5-star hotels, and up to the scale of small boutique hotels. And because we can do that because we customize our products, and we can help you no matter and regardless the stars you have or the type of property you have. Our main focus and our expertise is digitizing hotel services. And I will go through and show you some stuff, but also discuss in general the digital communication part in these days, which is really hot topic, especially with the corona pandemic virus. I've been working in the industry for the last 15 years. I have experience in the technology market of the hotel industry. I've worked in many multinational companies, and in the SweetPad the last years, I've helped the company expand in the Balkan region, but also in the European region. So with no further ado, I would like to start, and I will share my screen in a second. But I hope you get some extra knowledge out of the webinar we will do today, and I promise to keep it smart, interesting, and simple for you guys. Let me share the agenda for today. Give me a second so we can start right on. All right. So regarding our agenda for today, as you see, we have lots of interesting topics that we will discuss. First of all, we'll talk about a little bit about the COVID-19 and how that changed the whole situation in the hotel industry, how the corona pandemic changed the business model for hotels, what was the impact, and how crucial it is for hoteliers to adjust to the new circumstances. Then we're gonna look at some ways that you can digitize your services and digitize the communication with your guests. We're gonna discuss about methods and ways. We're gonna see the pros and cons of each method, and then we can a little bit compare about these methods. Next, we're going to dive in a little bit into how we can increase revenue for our hotels, especially in-room revenue that is really linked with the corona pandemic. And be it from orders via room service, F&B in general, orders, transfers, rent-a-car, tours, reservation, restaurant reservations, and all the ancillary services that you have and that you want to promote. And the reason I'm adding also that topic here of the in-room revenue, because I would like to show you that it's not the digitalization. It's not only about giving the information to your guests or moving to a digital information option, but also helping you to upsell and increase your sales. I would also like to show you in the next topic how you can reduce room costs by using technology and digitalization. There are multiple ways, like for example, replacing the telephone sets or replacing the remote control, or even replacing all that paper-based material we have in the room directory, the leaflets and the folders and the flyers that you promote your services. We can all scrap that away and make it digital. No printing costs, and also eco-friendly digitalization. And there are other ways that I will show you, like asking your guests to skip next day room cleaning. Again, you save costs from there. At the end, I'm going to save some time to discuss about the importance of receiving live feedback, again, via the digitalization. And I want to pinpoint here the word live. It's not about just asking for feedback, but getting live feedback on the spot while your guest is in the hotel. By doing that, you can save a bad experience, and you can also save a bad review that will come probably in the future. At the end, of course, as Nico said, you can post your questions. Please post your questions in the Q&A or in the chat. We're going to leave some time at the end, and I will try to answer any questions you may have. With no further ado, I would like to start and continue with our first topic, which is the corona pandemic. So the global pandemic has changed the way we do things every day. For all of us, it's not only for the hotel industry. Online meetings is more than popular these days. People working from home is we all do that these days. Online shopping is a necessity, and of course it has impacted the hotel industry. How it had impacted the hotel industry is actually by creating a new systemic risk that hospitality professionals must learn to live with. Uh, every hotel, in order to increase profitability and keep a good ratio of their occupancy, needs to adjust to the new circumstances. As we see the market opens again, and as we see hotels receiving bookings slowly and gradually, and we see that happening, especially with all the vaccinations going on, it's really crucial. And those hoteliers that will adjust will be successful. Here, I've written down 6 problems that actually the corona has created for hotels, and I would like to in details to discuss a little bit about the issues. First of all, it's the in-rooms guest safety. We see that there are a lot of guests thinking about how safe am I gonna be if I stay in this room? Is this room disinfected properly? Can I touch the surfaces? Are they full of bacteria? So that actually creates a fear of infection for the guests. Second is the infection risk during interaction. In times of social distance and social isolation, we see that a lot of guests are not willing to communicate with your staff. Front desk employees, concierge employees are not able anymore to discuss with your guests and actually promote your services or give them information. And that actually leads to the third point, which is a communication gap. It's really difficult these days, and we see that it will continue after the pandemic goes away, that there's no, it's really difficult to have that personalization of communication anymore. You're not able to communicate with your guests physically. You're not able to inform them about your services. You're not able to promote your services, to do an upsell and increase your sales. Moving on to the fourth topic here, we see food and beverage revenue loss. Again, people avoid eating or spending time on public spaces like the restaurant space or the bar. They are afraid that, again, they will be infected. They don't want to be near other people. They're not quite sure that this is healthy for them. Same thing with the breakfast limitation. People prefer to order in room, having their breakfast in the room, or not only the breakfast, also dine in the room. And that's also not because of the fear of infection, but because there are dining restrictions. There are a lot of hotels that they don't open their restaurants. So all that the COVID-19 has created an issue in the F&B part of the hotel that actually creates a loss of income. And last, we have the housekeeping. Guests are have a huge question mark whether the housekeeping will clean their room properly, if they will disinfect all the surfaces and the areas correctly. And also, it's not only about what if the housekeeping is doing a proper job, but it's also the fear of the housekeeping bringing inside bacteria from the other rooms that they have already cleaned. So that actually creates a huge problem. And I'm going to show you some ways there with the digitalization that you can overcome this issue. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's not the end of the world. In the beginning, it sounded like that it will be, especially in the hotel industry, where it had a huge impact, but it's not the end of the world. And we should see the whole crisis as an opportunity. In every crisis, there is an opportunity involved. Hoteliers need to focus on smart solutions on specific areas that will not only give them an advantage and help them overcome and survive the current crisis, but will also give them build resilience for the future and to avoid future risks. So in this webinar, we're going to focus on operational efficiency mostly. While human factor is essential in taking strategical decisions in the hotel, there are lots of operational tasks, especially in the hotel industry. There's lots of operational things that you can automate and you can digitize. You can shift it to a digitization. Digital communication and guest-facing technology is beyond just impressing your guests. When once it was viewed by hoteliers as a differentiator, it's now not only a differentiator, is a necessity, and it's more than ever valued for its return on investment more than anything. Hoteliers should not see digitization anymore as a nice to have, but as a necessity. I don't want to talk too much about the COVID-19 because I prefer to discuss about the solutions and what we can actually do to overcome. So I will proceed to the next topic, which is how you can master digital guest communication. Some methods and ways that there are out there that it can help you digitize your services. We're gonna discuss a little bit about these topics, see the pros and cons, and find out which is the best for you. There's no right or wrong here. There's no bad thing, and it doesn't mean that one solution competes the other. You can compare solutions in order to have also a best guest experience. Now, applications. Applications were very, very popular a decade ago. It's still popular. However, personally, I'm not very fond of the applications, and I'll tell you why. Let me tell you the positive side of the application first. You don't need extra hardware. Your guests can just use their personal device. It's portable. They can use it outside the hotel, anywhere they are. They see all the information, and that's really convenient, to be honest. The bad thing here is that we see a huge drop in the download ratio of applications. And it's not only in the hotel industry, it's in other sectors as well. Because think about each individual, we don't want to have a lot of apps in our personal mobile phone because it gets filled with all these unnecessary apps that we just use them for 1 hour, 1 day, and then we don't need them anymore. You have to install it, you have to set the notifications, and then you have to uninstall again, which creates a mess. Also, although it's really nice to have a screen, it's small sometimes, and it's really, really difficult to upsell, to show nice photos, big photos, and to create an engagement. So upselling via apps doesn't work very well. Another thing that it's very popular these days is web apps. It's new technology. It's actually the same thing as an app, but it's just a link. It's a hyperlink that you send it to your guests. They don't have to install anything. They just click the link. Everything is uploaded on their mobile phone, and then by pressing back, it disappears. It's the same thing, but they don't have to install everything. You see, the market is starting to adjust. They're trying to avoid the installation and uninstallation of unnecessary software to your phone, and they're using a web app. Moving on to TV screens. Well, the huge advantage here is that every room has a TV. The hardware is there. It's a large screen, which is very, very nice because you can see nice photos in the wide screen. However, guys, it's not interactive at all. It's not engaging, and it doesn't create a two-way communication. Think about how you try to navigate in a TV. You need to use the remote control. It's not user-friendly at all. You cannot easily navigate, and it's one of the dirtiest things in the rooms, the remote control. So a TV screen might be nice, it's good, but it's static information. It does not create engagement with your guests. And also you need extra software, excuse me. You need extra software to connect it and create that content that comes out of the screen. Info kiosks. Well, that's a very strange method, to be honest. It has a huge advantage because it's placed usually near the reception. So all your customers will check it out. It's not necessary that they will navigate, play with it, but at least they will see it. However, let's be honest, it's ugly. It's just a machine that sits there. It's not interactive. Especially if there are 2 or 3 people that want to check it out, they have to wait. There is a queue for that. I personally dislike info kiosks. I don't think it's very interactive. The thing here is to create, by digitizing your services, not just to create something informative, but to create engagement, so interaction. So you can ask your guests to to engage and to communicate with the digitalization that you're doing. So tablets, and this is what we do in SweetPad. We are in favor of tablets. The negative in tablets is that you need to buy the hardware. Each room has its own tablet, and it stays in the room. You cannot take it with you outside the hotel. You can use it within the hotel, but it stays in the room. The positive thing, and that's why we invested in tablets, is that it has a really, really nice screen, and it's super user-friendly and interactive. It's the touch screen helps you to navigate around, request something, see information, surf into the internet, and also make bookings and orders in order to increase your sales. It's the way that you touch the screen is very user friendly, and it's portable within the room. I'm not going to stay too much here. I gave you some basic solutions, and it's up to you to decide what suits you best, and also maybe work together with 2 or 3 products in order to increase your digitalization. Increase in-room revenue. We said that hygiene and safety measures are at the top, are currently at the top priority of hotels. What we need here to do is to anticipate the change in guests' behavior in this new situation. And by doing that, we need to redesign all the internal processes and services we have. In time of social isolation and avoidance of contact, it is not surprising that some services like room orders regain their relevance. We did a study here in SweetPad through our partners, where we have placed thousands of tablets, and we compared data between March 19, where we had no corona pandemic, versus March 20, where the corona pandemic had just started impacting Europe. And what we saw was an 89%, huge number, 89% increase in in-room orders. People were ordering via their tablets. They prefer to stay in the room and make their orders there. Why we saw such a significant number? Because the fear of infection was really, really high, because there were dining restrictions, because people were not willing to move around in public spaces, because people, the time they spent in the room was way higher than the times before. So all the information and everything they wanted to do, they were doing it via the tools they had in the room. And since they had tablets, they were using the tablets, which, as I said, it's very interactive. I will jump now into a demo hotel we have here in SweetPad, so I can show you some examples, because I want you to see how exactly we do it. Just give me a second. So this is a demo hotel we have to showcase and so you to understand how exactly we help you increase your sales. It's not just for information, but we help you gain a return on investment. So we have lots of information here, but this is what they see in the tablets, but I will focus more on the things that you can upsell. Like
Milton, sorry to interrupt, but we cannot see what you shared now. Yeah, you must stop share and start sharing again the new. Yeah, perfect.
What about now? Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, this is as I show you a demo hotel. We showcase how people can increase their sales. I will focus on the side that has to do with in-room orders. So room service. We have a special tile for room service. We have here all your categories of the menu of the room service. Your guest can select what they want. Let's say salads and mains. They see nice pictures with the price here, and they can select. I will select this one. I will also order a wine with my meal. It's added in my cart, as you see here, and then by clicking continue, I go to the next page. This is what I ordered. this is what the price is. I can even write a comment saying, please bring in 10 minutes, please bring my order in 10 minutes in the room, or in 15 minutes in the swimming pool. So by doing that, you instantly get a notification from our cloud-based system that tells you exactly what your guest and which room has ordered what. This is a very nice way to increase your sales. And I'll also show you how we can promote your restaurant and bar with nice photos. We have incorporated and installed all your menu here. The design is 100% customized. This is a demo hotel. So your guests knows exactly what you offer, even if it is a bar or if it is a restaurant. And they can easily also make a table reservation. We just send them a pop-up notification. They decide how many people they want to be, what time they want to do the order. And by clicking continue, again, you get a notification. We can send a notification in 4 different ways. It can be an email, it can be a pop-up notification in an app, it can be a voicemail, or it can be an SMS message, and you know exactly who has ordered what. This is upon availability. We can also link that with web-based online reservation systems like OpenTable or iHost, so your guests see live the availability of the tables. And also I want to show you what small boutiques are doing. Is I have a good experience in Greece about that. There are a lot of boutique hotels that that serve breakfast in the room, and instead of having all these papers that your guests have to fill in the previous day about the breakfast, and then you have to gather the papers, the questionnaires again, we do that digitally 100%. So you can either have a breakfast packages, and they can order the breakfast packages prior 1 day before, so you know exactly who has ordered what. Or you can have specific items like one coffee, like one croissant, or like a club sandwich, and they can order it again from here, which is very, very convenient. Now, continuing on the in-room revenue, the key here is to anticipate changes in guest behavior and be prepared. And what we see now at the moment is that guests prefer isolation and more in-room orders. So it's really crucial that you are prepared on that. I'm going back to our presentation. Give me a second. So we can continue with our topic. So this is the in-room revenue we discussed.
So sorry again to interrupt, but I have to admit, I know now again why it is one of my favorite companies, Sweetbud. I really love it because it's very common to visit a hotel, and when you visit a hotel, then not to have another communication with the property, just with the reception. And that tool gives you the opportunity to communicate all the time with the hotel, to give you more many ideas what to enjoy in your room, or about the destination. So it's a great medium, a real great medium, and a real money maker, I believe.
Exactly. Thank you, Nikos, because this is exactly what we want to inform the participants of the webinar. It's not just about giving information to your guests. You can do that with a lot of methods. Is creating a tool, digitizing your services via a tool that actually increases their engagement and also help you to upsell and increase your sales.
And yes, let me add that especially this year, I believe that hoteliers should invest in that, because no matter where you're based, Greece, Italy, Thailand, Austria, this year the occupancies will not be as high as in the past. So you should find more ways to boost your revenue. And the travelers that will stay at your hotel is a great source of profit. So you must make the most of it. And technology like this will help you to communicate with them and to give them more ideas. And don't forget that even things are going better, I hope during the summer, still the travelers should, I believe that they will play safe. So they will trust the hotels. So the more information they have about what they can do in the hotel, or with the support of the hotel, or with the signature of the hotel, it can be experiences out of the hotel. That will inspire them to consume more, and not just to consume, it's to enjoy, to be honest. So be creative, do great services, and then use technology to communicate it. And for the most important, you need content to communicate all these experiences. The technology is not enough. You need content. You need great photo shooting. You need videos, and you need experts that they will describe your services and your experiences. Many of you, you know that I create hotel concepts, or I do the repositioning of hotels. The first thing I do is I'm thinking, okay, how this hotel or this experience will be in the photos. Will it be engaging or interesting? You must work on that. That was my opinion, Myrtos.
Definitely, and you're 100% sure. It's content is king, as we say. We highly appreciate nice content because it actually creates a nice presentation of the hotel. We help you in SweetPad. We help you a lot in the content, but it's up to you to have engaging content. And because the screen in the tablet is wide, it's quite big. It's not like 3 or 4 inches like a small mobile phone. You need to have good content. Content is really engaging. It attracts the eye and it helps you engage your guests. I don't want to stay too much here, so I will move on to the next topic, which is reduce room costs. As we pinpointed in our agenda, we're going to see some ways that we can you can minimize your room costs. One of the most relevant, there are many ways. You can actually replace your telephone set. You can replace the remote control, which both these appliances are very, very dirty. You can replace, one of the most relevant is digitizing the room directory. So actually replacing all the unattractive and outdated paper-based room folders that you have in the room. It's really easy to digitize them, throw them away, having no printing costs. By doing so, the guest experience is improved, and hotels move from just having an information folder to an all-round enhanced quality service. It's like having a digital in-room concierge. This helps, of course, as I said, save printing costs and reduce touch points, surface bacteria and touch points that they have to do. And also, let's be honest, that old-fashioned room directory is either dirty, becomes dirty after a while, or it gets torn on the edges, and it doesn't look good at all. Same goes with all the flyers and the leaflets you have in the room. And you're more ecological friendly as well. Another way, and I will show you both these ways in a minute in our demo hotel. Another way to do so, to minimize your costs and contribute to the environment, is by asking your guests to skip next day room cleaning. Or asking them to skip room cleaning for the entire stay, or just asking them if they just want you to change the towels. By doing so, you're saving lots of costs, like amenities, like the energy you can for the consumption to clean, to have the dishwashers work, like all the detergents, like labor costs, and also you contribute to the environment. We see that eco-friendly businesses are likely to gain an advantage by standing out of the competition, especially as guests become more environmentally aware. actually a study in 2018 by the Sustainable Travel Report showed that 87% of users prefer to travel sustainable. Giving your guests the choice to forgo room cleaning is a great example of environmental initiative from your side. And here again, I will share my screen for a second because I want you to see how we do that in SweetPad. So Nikos, do you see again the demo hotel?
Yes, I can see the demo hotel.
Okay, so one of the most important tiles we have here is hotel information. So by clicking that, we have we have all your room directory digitized. We have a nice welcome message from you. Then from A to Z, they can view everything, all the information that you want to give them. Check-in, check-out times, openings, bar hours, anything you want to add them, it's here. Again, you can have a small message from your team, a history of the hotel, and anything else you want to add, we can do it because we customize it 100%. This is all the information about the folders, the old paper folders you have in the hotel. Also, we have a new tile that I would like to show you about the COVID-19. This is a request we had from our partners. We have a nice tile that actually informs your guests about your hygiene policies and hygiene protocols that you use and what you do exactly to keep them safe. Some tips about the coronavirus. We can add attachments here and links, anything you want, and informing them about your corona virus policy. And now I want to show you about the green option, what we discussed, how you can ask your guests to forego room cleaning. You can have it as a tile or as a button here. It's not necessary to give a free drink. Trust me, it's something that people will click a lot. And we actually send them a pop-up notification. Pop-up notifications can show up for many things, not only for that. If think about you want to promote your restaurant, a happy hour in your bar, anything, we can have it as a pop-up. And by doing that, you actually give them the choice, skip room cleaning, just change the towels, anything you want, we can add it here. So as I told you, it's 100% customized. I will not stay too long here. Just another thing I want to show you is that we also replace the remote control. You can navigate in your TV, even if it's a smart TV or an old TV, because we have an infrared blaster. So you can use the tablet to navigate to the TV and change the channels or the volume. So you don't need to have remote controls anymore. And also, what we see a lot of our partners doing lately is replacing the telephone set, because our tablet is also a telephone. So you can throw away all the telephone sets you have in the room and you can use SweetPad for internal calls or even external calls. Give me a second so I can jump into our presentation. And the last topic that we will discuss for today is getting live feedback. So feedback is very important, as you know, because it actually, and I want to distinguish here between feedback and live feedback. Live feedback is when you receive feedback on the spot, when your guests are there. And by doing that, you can actually save a bad experience. Think about someone who doesn't have a nice experience, but will never say anything. Most of the times they will go back home and write a bad review for you in TripAdvisor or Booking.com. The importance of getting live feedback is really crucial because it will help you on your online review score. According to a study from TripAdvisor, 96% of its users consider reading reviews before booking, taking decision, or before booking a hotel. And think about yourself. We all read reviews, not even in the hospitality industry, but in everything we do. When we buy a product, when we want to have another service, or even book a hotel, we definitely read reviews. So it's really, really crucial to communicate with your guests and receive feedback. And also, as I said, you can save a bad experience and also prevent a negative review. What we see lately in times of social distancing is that people are not very willing to discuss face-to-face about something that they don't feel happy with, something that goes bad in their experience in your hotel, but they're way more comfortable writing a review when they are in their room on their own. That's why it's really, really important to give them the opportunity to do so while you are there, and you can help them having a positive experience. And again, I'll show you how we do that. We have a very, very clever and nice way to promote feedback. We can send it as a pop-up notification, as you saw before, or we can just have it here as a tile. The guest is clicking on it. You can have a question, you can create a questionnaire. It can be as much complicated as you want, or what I personally think is even better is a quick feedback. A pop-up notification appears, and in 3-4 seconds, they give you feedback. You instantly get that, and you know exactly what's going on. You can act on it, recall a bad review, a future bad review. I think so far we are okay. I see lots of questions, so maybe I will go through in the chat box a little bit, and in case we have more topics, I can go back and discuss a little bit more as well. Give me a second. So we have the Q&A. Nikos, are you okay if I go and filter the questions?
Of course, we are okay.
Okay. So we have a question from Ivan. Hello, how you suggest in the right approach from the staff to our guests? I'm not quite sure I understand the question. I think that how you suggest is right approach from the staff to our guests. Ivan, if you can write a little bit of clarification what exactly you mean, I will be able to answer that. Is this application installed on TV rooms? No, it's not installed in TV rooms. Again, and the reason behind it is that the TV room is not user-friendly. Even if we install the whole application and the presentation in the TV room, your guests will not be able to engage with it. And the important here issue is that you have engagement. We don't just show them pictures or give them information of what they can do, is that we want them to act on it, order something, ask questions, engage with us. I see a question about all-inclusive hotels where the dining is buffet style. Also during COVID-19, we saw a decrease in interest of booking activities outside the hotel. So what is the point of pad in a hotel like that? Yes, you probably saw a lot of decrease in the orders, because personally, I think maybe the tool that you were using was not engaging. If you were just having a concierge or a front desk employee that was giving the information, that's not very engaging and not very interactive. And you give me a very nice point here, my friend, because I would like to say that we have lots of partners that they actually promote or advertise third-party providers. You may not have a spa treatment or a wellness center in your hotel, but you have a partner that does that. It's really easy to do that. You can add your partner's info here. I will show you exactly how we do it. You have all the treatments here. Your guest can select what they want with the prices. They get a small pop-up notification with information, times, and minutes. And if they request that, you can either choose to send the notification to your partner, or you can get the notification yourself and then book them the treatment they want with your partner. So you can be the intermediate. Even if you want to send the notification straight to your partner, you get all the data from our cloud-based system. So you know exactly what's going on, you know exactly how many people you send to whom, in case you have a partnership with someone and you want to, yeah. discuss. Wait, guys, there are lots of questions. I think I will have some time to answer it all. Give me a second. In a villa with 4 bedrooms, do you recommend one suite pad in the living room or one in every bedroom? Also, if there are no meals provided, do you still think that it would be a good solution for recommending to the guest places to visit, asking for a review, etc.? What we suggest is that maybe in a villa with 4 bedrooms, one tablet in each room, it might be too much, I would say. Most probably I would add one or two in the living room, or if it depends how the setup of the bedroom is. You can have 4 tablets in each room. It might be too much. If you can distinguish the rooms, to be honest, we rarely have villas with that have tablets in each room. They usually work with 1 or 2 tablets in public spaces. How much does it cost to create a Google application for my property? I really cannot answer that because I don't know the answer. It's not in my expertise. How do you, that's a nice question from Veronique. Would you advise this for a small boutique design resort with 11 suites and villas with serving only breakfast? Definitely 100%. We have lots of customers in Mykonos and Santorini with small boutique hotels. As you know, Mykonos and Santorini are mostly small boutique hotels with 10, 9, 6, 15 villas, and they're very, very successful because they have luxury product. They offer lots of services. It's not only the breakfast that you say, Veronique, it's also all the ancillary services that you promote, like transfers, tours, rent a car, external third-party providers, and also the breakfast. And think about that. Think about that. You are actually, it's not, you're digitizing your services. You have all the information in one tablet. They can see the late checkout. They can request a late checkout. It's not only about giving 1 or 2 solutions, but you can give them lots of options. Hi, Miltos. Thanks for the useful info. Do you have any tools for guest relations, complaint handling, chats, etc.? Yes, we have a cloud-based tool that you have an interface. You see, if I have time, I might show you that. It's on the cloud, and you have a very nice dashboard with data. You can see exactly the orders. You can source by date, and you see what actually your guests, what they are doing, actually what is most popular, what they are viewing. We also have a nice heat map where you see where their hand is clicking, so you have to know which style is most popular, and you have 100% customization and access on the tool. You can change everything on your own, even if you want.
Miltos, one more question.
Yeah.
And then what we will do is that we will send all the questions to Miltos, and Miltos will answer them, and we will include it in the course. So that will be more personal, the way of the answer. But please add more questions, because we used to answer all questions at a later stage written. So one more question, Miltos.
Guys, there are lots of questions. I'm just picking one here. Let's say we propose WhatsApp or similar apps for the guest to communicate with us. Yes, there are a lot of small hotels that use WhatsApp. We also can incorporate WhatsApp or any other web-based application or source into the tablets. So you think about that they can have a special tile where you can write contact us, for example, or contact reception, or speak with us, and by going there, your guest can see the WhatsApp number or the WhatsApp contact. We can even link that. We can even correlate, and it's everything that you want to show can be in the tablet.
Miltos, thank you very much. If you can stop sharing,
of course,
so as to have a better view. So I have to add one more feature of SuitePad that I was excited when I saw it online. It was the SuiteCast, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes. Also,
This is perfect. When I saw that on your page, I was really excited because Sweetcast, if I can understand, you can cast your content from your mobile device to the TV, something
Exactly.
like that.
Yes, this is what a new feature we have. We have lots of other products. I was just focusing on the main product, which is the tablets, but it's really nice that you discussed about the Sweetcast. So Sweetcast is that we actually connect with your TV set, regardless the technology and how old the TV it is, and your guests can cast, they can view the content of their personal mobile phone on the TV. Think about people that they have the Netflix account or their YouTube account on their mobile phone. They can easily, by clicking one button, they can view in a wider screen, a large screen, all the episodes or the series or the videos they want in the TV room. Usually you need to have a smart TV or you need to have an extra device to do that. But we also have another feature which we help you do that easily. And there are lots of guests nowadays that they have connections with subscriptions with channels like Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO, or Spotify, or anything that you want to do. You can cast it on the TV screen.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Miltos. The presentation was amazing, and we are really looking forward to meet you again next week. That we will repeat this webinar in Greek this time, because now we have both people from Greece and from all over the world. But next week it will be a Greek version of the same content, more or less. So we invite all our Greek friends to attend this webinar. Thank you very, very much. We will see you again the next days. For our Greek audience, we will meet you in the evening with the Greek webinar about hotel coffee culture. And Viltos, thank you, and thanks Sweetpad for this amazing content.
Thank you, Nikos. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you, all the participants. I hope it was really helpful for you. Anything you want, as Nico said, ask on the chat box, and I will try to answer all the questions. Thank you very much again.
Perfect.